Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Something extremely telling was left behind by Esme Prince in her hurry. Thursday, January 25, 2024's General Hospital recap reveals Esme made a grave error by attacking Kevin and leaving a crucial clue behind. Molly, TJ, and Christina also told their parents the happy news in this episode. Jordan flirted with Brick, while Diane and Robert decided to let the past and some of the present not ruin their romance. Martin and Finn also consented to a Hail Mary move. Let's examine the specifics in more detail now. When Laura showed up at the station, she alerted Dante and Chase about Esme. She believed really that Esme had regained her memories and was actively pursuing her goals. Before she did anything she would later regret, she pleaded with them to get her off the streets. Dante decided to at least get her into a holding cell after some coaxing. To get Esme, the three hurried over to the invader. Nevertheless, they discovered Kevin still unconscious on the floor rather than Esme. Dante and Laura were with Kevin when he was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. Alexis watched as Chase collected evidence back at the office. Encott handed Chase a note from Esme's nanny inviting her to Toronto in a matter of minutes. It was later verified that she had purchased a bus ticket to Canada. Alexis received other significant news today besides this. She also discovered she will become a grandmother once more. Before calling their parents, Christina and Molly told TJ they were expecting a child and talked about their hopes and anxieties. They headed to the Savoy together because, as fate would have it, Sunny was there with Alexis. Jordan arrived soon after, and the three of them shared the good news in the room. 9 months would pass before the baby was delivered. Regarding Jordan, earlier in the day, she had a fascinating discussion with Brick. In an attempt to enlist him for her rogue mission, she invited him to her flat. It only required a little flirting. That might be her undoing, though, as Brick entered the numbers into his phone, walked away, and then exclaimed, "Gotcha," by himself once. Robert and Diane were at odds about Diane's friendship with Sunny back at the Savoy. Her proximity to the mobster bothered him. However, that was not for him to determine. Furthermore, what about his history of flirting with vixens? Ultimately, Diane and Robert decided to cut out all the turmoil from their romance. Finn, meantime, was extremely anxious on the eve of his trial. Martin was the one who offered him hope despite Liz's best efforts to soothe him. They all decided that hiring a private investigator to find the enigmatic physician who may have given Muldoon the cancer diagnosis was the best course of action. They hoped they would locate them in time. All the way, Valentin Cassadine is on Team Nana. January 26, 2024. General Hospital spoilers include strong intentions and proposals. Deep regrets and passionate encounters are examples of A-list material. Don't miss this episode at all. You never know. It might really be a paradigm shifter. Nina has experienced it for the past 2 weeks. She was forcefully fired from the company that she helped become successful, had doors shut in her face, and is no longer in the picture with her daughter and her family, all in an effort to make Carly and Drew SEC players. It makes sense that she is spiraling downward. However, there is a ray of optimism approaching. Nina has a proposal from Valentin Cassadine. The former couple is currently getting along great. She's actually one of the only individuals he can rely on in this town. During the most recent Dark Charlotte phase, she went to the mat on his behalf. He is obviously on Team Nina and recognizes her need for assistance. What then does this proposal entail? Is Valentin going to give Nina a pass at ELQ? Considering that Drew recently snatched Crimson from her, it's only right. Laura fully committed to new Esme being a better mother and evolving. Yes, old Esme is back. All of her memories and sinister, dark personality still present. To be exact, she gave Kevin a hard headshake to keep him from foiling her plans. Laura is finally and wisely expressing her remorse. But to whom? Kevin? Not for naught, though, the doctor thought the best of new Esme as well. Not only are Ava and Sunny roommates, but they are also co-parents. And now they're expanding their list of common titles to include co-conspirators. Plans are being made by the two, which seems somewhat low-key. Sunny and Ava, on the other hand, are quiet individuals who only take actions that will have the greatest possible effect and, occasionally, even cause harm. What kind of plans are these then? After partying, Spencer and Trina packed their luggage. Hopefully, they have made the decision to move past their individual baggage, which includes drama and trauma, since they have at last taken off from Port Charles and arrived in Paris. They will focus on art, education, the language of love, lights, bride cheese, chocolate croissants, and the Eiffel Tower throughout the course of the next 3 months. Unless, of course, something prevents them from being happy. Because, as Portia said, Spencer always seems to find trouble. Regarding Finn, his trial is underway, and it's almost time for him to provide a statement. Can he effectively communicate all the information required to win this malpractice case? Or will the judge not be impressed by his awkward social skills? The trial may proceed in either direction at this time. In case you missed it, Soap Hub's very own in-house critic provides her sincere assessment of the previous week's events on General Hospital every Sunday. If you missed their most recent review, catch up by clicking this link, and then feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. There is still talk surrounding the actors' B and B plot. Actor Adam House faced off against Sheila Carter, who is always as busy as a bee on The Bold and the Beautiful before taking on the role of Nicholas Cassadine on General Hospital. House left B and B almost 20 years ago, but when the program looked back on his time there last year, viewers were reminded of the character he played. House said to Bradford Anderson and Steve Burton on their YouTube discussion show, Daily Drama, B and B was one of my first gigs. Sheila Kimberlin Brown killed me. I have this amazing summer act. I was this silly New Yorker who was there to enjoy myself with his friend. But Lance, the character created by House, had a bee allergy. Sheila tricked Lance into having sex with Amber, who at the time was seeing Rick Forrester. Sheila made the decision to remove Lance from the situation because he understood he had to tell Rick the truth. She is aware that I have a bee allergy, House adds in a strained voice. I'm eating a sandwich that is drenched with honey and peanut butter. She puts bees in the room and I go to sleep. She was dressed as a beekeeper. Real, live bees were employed. Their stage was enclosed. Luckily, though, House had a stunt double who intervened before the real sting could happen. The doppelganger was the only bee wrangler in town, according to him. But others did remark that House and the stuntmen appeared to be older than they actually were. Adam, what the fuck? My brother always makes fun of me for watching that. Suddenly, it's just the two of you and this 60-year-old. It was quite humorous. Even though it seemed as though Sheila would never have to pay for killing Lance, the authors of B and B brought up this plot last year when Bill persuaded Sheila to confess to her actions. It appeared Sheila killed someone and was sent to prison. It was additional actions on her part. However, that was one of the primary points. House says, I finally got justice. Not quite. Sheila was able to escape punishment on a technicality because of Deacon's former friend Judge Evan Scott. Thanks for watching if you liked this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.